A couple of weeks ago, I ran an 80-kilometer trail in Denmark. And if you want to know more about that, why not check out these amazing videos here. But in this video, we'll be talking about some things I learned from that experience. Some good things and some things I could maybe do a little bit better next time. Let's have a look together. Denmark. This was a good choice for my first 80k. Mostly flat, but with some gentle, shallow hills. Fantastic muddy underfoot. Steep, rocky, alpine descents can crucify your leg muscles. Doing 80 kilometers was enough of a challenge. I didn't need to run up and down mountains at the same time. This time.
So, as long as it stays like this, it's not terrible. Not what I would ideally want.
Rain. We had 5 to 6 hours of continual rain that morning. I'm from Ireland. Rain is a way of life to me, but it normally stops after a while, allowing your equipment to breathe. Waterproof coats, no matter how good, accumulate water on the inside, so without any chance to dry out, myself and my equipment eventually became soaked. That meant I was colder than I liked, and I had to run just to stay warm. The wet equipment rubbed my skin. It wasn't enough to be a problem on the day, but if the event had gone on longer, that would have been an issue. Equipment requires a balance. I carried the required equipment, plus a few things for emergencies. It is tempting to carry a lot of things you might want, but if you have too much, that becomes a problem too. Although I thought my equipment was enough for a normal day, I really didn't account for the effect of the rain. I probably should have worn or carried another layer, just to stay a couple of degrees warmer. And I probably should have carried some Glide gel with me, to prevent that friction on my skin. And maybe it's fun too.
And around every corner there can be a little surprise like that. Lovely ridge walk we're doing right now. It's just wonderful.
It is vital to keep your spirits up. Anything is possible if your mind is in the right place.
81 kilometers. Should be finished now.
Luckily, I had set realistic expectations for the day. In other words, coming last.
God damn it!
But within the cutoff time, so my spirit never faltered. And it usually helps to have a dumb sense of humor in the face of adversity. Just don't overdo it. Food. What to eat and drink and when to do that is one of the great challenges of endurance races. We need water, electrolytes, and carbohydrates at regular intervals. But if you take on too much, you can make yourself sick. And if you take on too little, you'll run out of energy or become dehydrated. You can only learn through experience what works for you. Now, I had a plan, and I stuck to it for maybe the first 3 hours, then it kind of fell apart. I allowed myself to become too distracted by the rain and the course, and also part of my nutrition was supposed to be in the form of tailwind that would allow me to drink and take on nutrition at the same time. However, as it was cold and wet, I didn't feel the need to drink so much, and therefore I didn't get that nutrition. And what am I eating here? This is a cheese and ham sandwich which I've never eaten before in a race.
Nothing new on race day.
The effect of all this was that I did not take on nearly enough calories, and I had no energy for the last couple of hours. My stomach closed so I couldn't eat or drink towards the end, and it started cramping so badly I could barely even run for the last 10 kilometers.
There's about 5 kilometers left. 5 kilometers is nothing. The shortest possible run I could ever do is 5 kilometers.
So next time, stick to the plan and get the calories in early while you can. And no more sandwiches.
Yeah, preparation. I didn't do enough. I did not do enough training. I was not adequately prepared. I gave myself 16 weeks, 16-week training plan for that distance. I couldn't manage the volume of training required. I would start getting injury warning signals from my legs and have to cut back again. So next time, if there is a next time, I'll have to start earlier, build it up more gradually, if there is a next time.
Oh, yes.
To sum up, despite all of the little mistakes, I finished. I made it within the time. It was a fantastic day. What else really matters? So if you are thinking of trying this insanity, here's my advice. Try to have some fun. Take a moment to appreciate it. You'll never be there again. It will hurt, no matter what. But you can do it.